difficult anyway because you got to work harder.
Yeah.
When you're doing that for yourself.
I bust my butt.
Okay. Do you go to different cities? Have you gone in different cities?
I was just in Kentucky back in November. There was a book club.
Okay.
That picked it up, so I went and spoke for them. So it's like I said, I stay busy.
And I also heard you. We were talking earlier, and you mentioned that you were with Michael Bays, and you got a connection through.
I See Color as well. ICcolor.com. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I got to get you up on that because I've been on it, but again, I haven't been on the computer like I need to. But I've been on there for about I guess a year. Or
I'm
so.
more on Facebook than I am IC Color.
I'm more on Facebook as well. And become a fan. Invite the people.
Right. I also on Facebook. I also have a group that says the title My True Soul. Join the group. I'll put discussions on there. You guys can most definitely feel free to post. Like I said, you guys have every opportunity to get in contact with me.
Now, I know one other time, Shawna, we're going to get back to some of the things that was in the book. One of the things, the area, we were talking about your mom. The last show that we came on, we talked about your mom and dad. Elaborate for those who haven't seen the show or are not familiar with that. If you want to brief or you can elongate it, however you want to do that. And where they are now.
My parents did get the book. They didn't get the book through me. My mother ended up ordering it from my website.
Okay.
She wanted one free. I didn't give her one. So she thought I should have gave her one. I was like, well, I'm thinking you should want to support your daughter.
Absolutely.
So she bought one anyway. Her and my father
But what
read
was
it.
your relationship, just briefly into where it is now?
Pretty
no
much,
protection?
Right. Me and my mother have always been distant. I was raised by my mother. We've always been distant. I didn't meet my father until I was 6 years old.
Okay.
Turned around and met him again when I was 11.
Okay.
Me and my mother have been distant. Me and my father most definitely distant. But my mother's never been. She was. I respect her for being that woman that I saw every morning when I woke up.
Okay.
But she was one of those type of mothers that stayed in her room all the time. Come home from work, she goes straight to the room. We're bringing something home to eat, fast food constantly. So it was never no. How was school? Get your homework done. Do your chores.
Yeah.
It was never nothing. So she knew the mutilation started when I was 17. She knew. I speak about that in the book. She chose. I speak about it an episode when I was living with my auntie at 19. I moved from my mother at 18. Moved in with my auntie. She told my mother, "Hey, look at Shawna. She's cutting on herself again. What are you gonna do about it?" My mother looked at me. She didn't do anything. So she knew. She just
didn't care.
Just didn't care. Even when battling with going back and forth through court with my son/nephew, she brought my book up in court.
I was gonna bring that up, sister girl, honey. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know what?
She brought it up.
And you know what? Someone told me that
In a hurtful, spiteful way.
good always prevails.
Absolutely.
And God didn't birth this book in me in order for negative to come. So anyway, we in court. She's got the book, and she's like, Judge, all the folks, read this. Shawna's been cutting on herself. She's unstable. So the
Thank
judge.
God. Thanks for the publicity.
Hello. The judge read the book. All the lawyers read the book. They highlighted in it, writing in it. Yeah, they brought up in court. So the judge was like, at the end when it all came back, he was like, it's not relevant whether her lifestyle or not, or what she used to do. That's irrelevant. The thing is, are you
doing it now?
Thank you. Are you still cutting on yourself? And then the one lawyer asked me, well, at the end of the book, you stated that when you lost your nephew, that you went, you regressed and you cut on yourself again and all that good stuff. And it was just like, I'm sitting there with my mother, and I'm like, after all this, you still continue to point the finger at me like, like I'm no good, like I'm not your daughter.
Wow. That is so deep. That is, and you know what, sister? The bottom line is unfortunate you're not the only person that is not connected with their mother, with their parents. And it's just unfortunate that the relationship, even where you are now, becoming successful, that she still won't own up to where she is right now.
Right, and this was cool. This was just during within the summertime.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just in the summertime.
So
it's
this is
like,
still fresh.
Leave me alone.
You're trying to move on with your life. But I tell you one thing, sister, like you said, good prevails. And when you have God in your life, no matter what's going on. Are you affiliated with the church? And has that your spiritual life? If so, what has that done for you?
I've been going to, I was, in the book I talk about, I was raised in a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
I've been going to Do I need to?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Give him a shout out.
Okay, I've been going to Mount Zion.
Okay, Pastor Bishop Walker. Okay.
Yes. I used to go to 1115 OHB, now I go to Antioch.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm going to be 3 years in May. And he's a wonderful teacher.
Yes,
I'm taught by him. But besides that, I'm learning and from and understanding that I can most definitely have a relationship with God and understand that He's always had a purpose for me.
Absolutely.
Regardless if I knew or not, or if I knew Him, or even if I didn't know myself, I understand now and getting to understand more that I have a purpose, and there's no reason for me today to be unhappy, to be non-motivated, non-dedicated. You know, so I just look at it. You know, like I interviewed for this magazine. It's called Her Magazine, YUR Magazine, and she asked me, where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years?
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Not bitter, not upset,
Absolutely.
not unhappy, not sad, not any of those things, because I just don't. You know, the book wasn't birthed for monetary gain, for any financial purpose. It was just for me to heal and to grow.
Yes, and you know, with all of this, was there ever a time of that you thought of suicide, like death was better than life?
Before the book or during? Of
Well,
course.
yeah, during your.
I talk about my suicide tips in the book, most definitely.
So, because I know that there are young ladies, even young men, that are out there that have gone through similar unfortunate incidents in their lives, and you would be able to help them. What can you say to them just through this television show? What can you say to them? Because the reason why I say that, I thought about, I saw the Oprah Winfrey show with Fantasia, and I was really amazed at the things that have been going on, because I wasn't really keeping up with a lot of the things after the Idol thing, and not that much before. And she lost, I'm just saying, you know, because, you know, I was geared looking at other stuff. But one of the questions Oprah asked her, where do you see yourself now? Have you grown? Because she blows so much money taking care of everybody. She says she realizes now she can't do it. And Oprah said, when people show you who they are, believe them.
And they will. I think if we take a step back, people will truly show us who they really are.
Yeah.
And
we got to believe them, though.
Yeah, and I understand that. I understand who I have in my corner and who I don't, and I understand I have. It's not that many people that are in my corner, for one, and people that I can truly just trust and that are genuine. You know.
Yeah.
But I say, the main thing that I want people to get from my true soul and just get from, period. If you meet me, if you speak to me, just love yourself. Love yourself, period. Because I think if you love yourself, you won't hurt yourself, and you most definitely won't let others hurt you.
And also, Shawna, I believe that when we find ourselves tripping, trying to make somebody want us and make somebody, you know, see who we are, when we put all our love and our energy toward them, if we really just think about it, take that and put it into yourself. Encourage, love yourself. If you can love yourself, then you are able to give love to someone else. Because if you don't have love to give, nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
You have to be whole.
Absolutely.
You have to be whole before you can even hook up with someone else. Because I mean, there's too many people out here that are looking for that other person to validate them.
Absolutely.
Male or female, and you'll always lose or be missing out. If you're looking for that validation.
We have about 10 minutes left into the show. Why don't you give your number, phone number out? Because I'm sure that there's someone from a church that would love, a women's group or somebody, that would love to have you come in, talk to their young people. Give your information out to our audience.
You guys, my number is 615-719-6797. My email is Shawna_mytruesoul.com.
And check her out on Facebook. Everybody's on, like I said, everybody's on Facebook.
Everybody's
on Facebook.
I'm just now getting on it. So.
Yeah. So, and you're doing, and that's another thing, sister. Who do you surround yourself with? You know, it's like if you have a diet, don't go around folk that got chocolate cake and all that fried
You know what?
chicken.
I've asked God to surround me with positive people that are looking at my future and not my past, and people that are going to be here to help me grow spiritually, help me grow as a woman.
and you can connect with them because I'm definitely believing in a network because there may be somebody in your network like we have on we talked about Facebook. You have people in your network that may need some help in this particular area, or maybe want an author, or maybe want somebody else, and you have this wide